My name is Taylor Hamel, and I am technical representative in tree care for DMM. How did I get started in tree work? I needed a job. I was living in New York and moved back to Minnesota, and my uncle is a tree climber, and I needed something to do and started working on the ground, dragging brush and running ropes with him. You can put a zip tie on there if you really want to latch that down for sort of semi-permanent solution. You can put that in there.
Just zip tie around the rope.
When the tree motion harness came out, when the hitch climber pulley came out, that really changed the game for me. And not only that equipment, but their approach to doing things. You know, it was the thinking person's way of climbing trees, and that always sort of held more interest for me. You know, what I liked about the approach of Tree Imagineers was building systems that worked well together, so everything was well thought out. And as far as game-changing moments throughout my career anyway, has been the ability to do things that you couldn't do before because the gear wasn't there to do them, and now we have that gear available. So this carabiner, although it takes a little bit of getting used to, it's actually our anti-rollout carabiner. So has everybody monkeyed around with one of those and tried to do it, with your eyes closed, one-handed behind your back? We have the processes now and the capability to make more complex equipment. So things that you couldn't have done before will soon be doable. But eventually you could make any piece of gear you want, but what's the real application? We're still just really work positioning in trees, whether you're doing it on a static rope or on a doubled rope system or whatever all these acronyms are now. We're all doing the same thing, and that's caring for trees, and that should be the number one trend in the future, is more knowledge in how to care for trees. We can't just keep cutting trees down. I don't like that aspect of it. It's really fun to do, and it's challenging, but I think where we're headed is better tree care knowledge and better knowledge of the systems that we use to move about and work in trees. How do we rig and rope trees? How do we climb about in trees? There needs to be a higher level of competence and a higher level of understanding, and that's really where things are going to take off in the next few years, is more general knowledge. So I would, if I'm just using my tail, I just use the scaffold knot. But say, for example, I've thrown it over this, but it's if I just twist the rope in my fingers, I can twist the hook and manipulate it. So if you need to avoid branches, you just give it a twist, and it'll avoid that branch, kind of thing. Something you can do to make your job easier or safer, that would be relaxing and slowing down. If you're a tree climber, don't let anybody pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do, or doing it faster than you want to do it. It'll get done, don't worry about it. But that's where we run into a lot of trouble, is hurrying along. And we all need to make the bids come in on time and with the money that's available, but that's just a recipe for injury and disaster potentially. So relax and slow down.